Well, good morning and welcome back to, yep, you guessed it, our final fabulous segment here on Cityline. I have three amazing individuals who are here to talk about May, because May is Hunger Awareness Month. So please join me in welcoming Elizabeth Howe. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you very much.
You are the Development Director for the Emergency Food Network, one of my favorite organizations. Give Miss Michelle my love, would you?
I absolutely will.
Good. And you brought with you Sam Cook. Sam Cook, you have an amazing name. Do you know that?
Yes, I do. I get that a lot.
It's such a juxtaposition to call you Sam Cook, but it's also just right up your alley. You are the Volunteer and Activities Coordinator for Emergency Food Network. Welcome to Cityline.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you on the comfy couch. You're going to get used to this just like Elizabeth and Michelle do. And you're going to be like wrestling to like get on the show. This woman who I never get to see enough of, Teauna Young, you are the supreme letter carrier, I'm going to call you, of Branch 130 here in Tacoma. Welcome back, my dear.
Always good to be here.
Good to see you. Can we get a close-up of those earrings? I don't know if Cheryl, hold still. Those earrings have kisses, Hershey's kisses on them. You are just fun extraordinary, that's what I think. All right, Elizabeth, so May is many things, as we've seen, but for me, hunger awareness, it should be every single month is Hunger Awareness Month. So what are some of the ways that the community can get involved with Hunger Awareness Month?
We have so many different ways that people can get involved. We have, the Hunger Walk that's coming up on Saturday, May 4th. We have the Letter Carriers Food Drive that Sam and Teauna are going to talk about. We have Give Big, but there's also smaller ways, that people can get involved. They could volunteer. They could host a food drive. We have 36 companies doing food drives right now, which we're really excited about.
I always love it when you show pictures of the food drive on Instagram and Facebook, and I see massive amounts of peanut butter showing up, or massive amounts of like beans showing up, and I'm like, oh, it makes my heart just sing.
We live in such a supportive community.
We do. We absolutely do. So tell us about the signature kickoff event, which is the Hunger Walk and the 5K run, in terms of like dates, location. Just paint the whole picture for us.
Yeah, so this is a wonderful event that has been going on in the community now for 39 years.
Wow.
And we have a fabulous partnership with Associated Ministries, and they also help with the event, and they're great. It is a completely family-friendly activity. Such a good way to start a Saturday morning. We have a little doggy energy station, which is really fun. And we're set to have about 900 people attend. So it is just a fabulous opportunity at Fort Silicon Park to come, and you can, we do a timed 5K run, or you could walk, which I will be walking around the lake.
Yes, you will.
For just 2 laps, and it's just a beautiful environment too. It's around a lake, and so we have free ice cream, lots of vendors, a band. There's a huge park for kids to play at, so it's just a perfect way to start a Saturday morning.
I didn't hear anything after free ice cream.
I know, that's where
I was like, what?
Ended with that.
Did you say free ice cream? Okay, Sam, this is a big event to coordinate and put together. So how many volunteers do you have helping at this event?
Volunteers are crucial to this event. We really couldn't do without them. So we have about 50 volunteers right now that are helping with everything from setup bright and early. We have volunteers that signed up to be there at 5:30 a.m. with us, setting up all the tables and tents and canopies, getting the route set up. And we can still use more, so if anybody wants to come out, I know a lot of high schoolers are trying to get their hours right now for school, so we still could use volunteers, especially people who are willing to get up early in the morning with us. So all that information is on our website for more volunteers.
And they can have free ice cream too.
They can, yes.
See, I would put ice cream in my coffee, and that's how you would get me there. Maybe like a little affogato kind of, espresso ice cream thing to get me there at 5 in the morning. So, Sam, Elizabeth mentioned the one way to get involved in the Hunger Awareness Month is the Letter Carrier Drive. So let's talk about this, so then I can talk with Teauna about why letter carriers get involved. So what do we need to know about it?
Yeah, so the Letter Carriers Food Drive is this incredible food collection event that happens every year all across the country on the second Saturday in May. So this year that's Saturday, May 11th. And this is really just an opportunity for people to give food. And it's a food drive that happens at your house. So it's the easiest food drive that you can be a part of this year. And so bags go out in the mail, and our letter carriers do really a lot of the heavy lifting of picking up those bags of food that you leave at your doorstep, and then those go out to local food pantries right here in Pierce County.
I love that. So give us an idea of what kind of food we should put out and what kind of food we shouldn't put out, Sam.
That's a great question. So we always go for quality over quantity. And something to think about with this food drive is that it comes at a time right before kids are getting out of school. So we're really pushing for kid-friendly items. 47% of students in Pierce County on free and reduced lunch. And so when summer break comes, they aren't going to get that maybe even breakfast and lunch that they're getting at school. So seeing more visits with kids at the food pantries, maybe just think about, again, always peanut butter is a great option, but also just more of those kid-friendly, low-sodium fruits and vegetables, as well as applesauce or snacks or things that kids with the Pop-Tops are able to eat easily.
Michelle and Helen McGovern have always told me the best, and that's anything that you would eat. And also, let's just talk about peanut butter. Peanut butter, I have peanut butter in my car that when I see people who are housing insecure, I will stop and give them peanut butter. And my wife does it in Seattle, and people love peanut butter.
That's wonderful.
So Teauna, let's talk about this. Why do letter carriers, because you guys have so much to do, and the U.S. Postal Service get involved in a food drive so enthusiastically year after year?
Well, I think really because that's kind of what letter carriers do, right? We're just an important part of the community, you know, and what other business, in a sense, ties a nation together? You know, it's our nationwide food drive, and it's the largest one. And really, it just, you know, we like to help our communities, right? We like to help the people that are in our communities. And so the food drive, like Sam was saying, it's the simplest way, you know, to put food just right out by your mailbox, and we pick it up. We do all the, we'll say, the hard work sort of thing. Although EFN does, you know, does a great job of coordinating everything. So, yeah.
Food's the great uniter. It is. And, you know, in rain, snow, sleet, or hail, you guys are always there. So why not pick up food and add it to the list? There you go.
And Teauna's being so humble about this. They do an incredible amount of work.
They do. So I know that you know how much food was collected during last year's drive. And how much you hope to collect this year?
Well, last year was over 280,000 pounds. Yes.
Wow.
And so hopefully we'll get like a picture of what that looks like.
Yeah, I'm like, we need to work on that, Sam.
Where?
No, okay. Because you have nothing else to do. Yeah.
And so obviously our goal is to at least meet that, if not exceed that. So we always want to try to do better than the previous year.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Elizabeth, last few minutes here. What are some of the other events and activities that we want to give a shout out to that are happening in this May month?
Absolutely. So so we have the Hunger Walk, we have the Letter Carriers Food Drive, we also have Give Big that's coming up on May 8th, which is a wonderful way to be involved. One of the things I really would love to highlight is we do tours at our EFN warehouse and at our farm. You know, we would never ask you just to get involved with EFN without knowing about us. Like, we want you to come to our warehouse and see what we can do with $1. Come to our farm and see the starts and, you know, see the beautiful food that we grow for our partner programs. You know, like, we want to inspire you to get more involved. So we have our tour, and then we end the month at our community garden, which is a way for community members to learn how to grow food for food banks in their own garden, in their backyard.
Oh, I love that. To me, that is such a progressive way to think about hunger. I have a house on Vashon that has lots of fruit trees, and every year there's no way I can eat that much fruit. So we have community boards that I just say, come pick up the fruit, and people come glean on the island. And I think that's the way to pay it forward, because I mean, we all are part of the solution. Speaking of that, who do we need to thank for all of this effort besides these beauties on the couch?
Well, I mean, first, I feel like we just forever have to say thank you to all the postal carriers. I mean, the amount of work that they do on top of their already difficult job is a ton, and we are so beyond grateful. And then our volunteers, because how many volunteers do we have?
I mean, we have over almost 3,000 volunteers each year that help us.
Oh my
And in the month of May, I mean, we're asking a lot from our volunteers. We're going to have, like 50 at Hunger Walk. We're probably going to have probably another almost 100 volunteers helping with letter carriers. We need still driving teams to come and help lighten the load a little bit for our letter carriers. And then helping with the repack project and out at Mother Earth Farm. We just started our volunteer season at Mother Earth Farm, and we already had a group of about 45 people last weekend that were out there helping to just get starters in the ground. So it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is. Wow. And I often say this. There are a couple of organizations here in Tacoma that when I can't sleep at nighttime and I think about people who are hungry, I think about those kids who are getting out of school and won't have those backpacks to rely upon. I think about people who are homeless and are living in tents. Emergency Food Network, when I think about hunger, comes to mind, and I think, okay. And I hold a good thought, and then I try to go back to sleep, because what the three of you do when no one is looking is being a part of that solution, because hunger exists because we allow it to. So from letter carriers who have already a hard job jumping in and lightening the load, to EFN getting milk, which is such a huge thing to put into your pantry. I can't say thank you enough for all that you do. So I want to wish you a lot of energy, a lot of rest, and a lot of free ice cream this next month. How's that? And I want you back on the comfy couch very soon.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Well, that wraps up another great segment of Cityline. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. Boy, this past hour, we have given you a lot of great things to think about. So please, go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and above all, please pay it forward. And when you come back, we'll be waiting for you right here at Cityline. Take care.